Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. If you could, which superpower would you wish for? So go ahead and look at the piece of paper that's in front of you and decide. Decide which button you would choose. Phil, what'd you choose?
I chose the red button, or no, the pink button here. That gives me the ability to heal any non-fatal wound, whether it be yours or someone else's.
Excellent. Matt?
I'd say blue, ability to fly.
Darlene?
I'm going to go with pink as well, the ability to heal any non-fatal wound, whether it be myself or others.
Thank you.
Heal.
A couple years ago, Warren Buffett was asked this same question. What superpower would you wish for? He responded with one that is not even on that list. His answer? Speed reading. Not flying, not superhuman strength, and no, Rob, not even X-ray vision. Come on. Just the ability to read faster. Interesting, huh? Why do you think he chose that one? It's because Warren Buffett believes that the key to success in any field is learning as much as you can about it. But there's a problem. Learning an enormous amount about anything takes a very long time. And to top it off, we can only read, on average, 250 words a minute. But 3 months ago, I came across this great article written by Scott King. I realized that speed reading is simply a set of techniques, and it's easy enough for anyone to master. In fact, myself, since then, have increased my reading speed from 250 to 400 words per minute. This evening, I will show you those 3 simple techniques so you too can acquire this superpower. Technique number 1. Use a pointer. When we were first taught to read in elementary school, our teachers showed us to use our index finger to go with every word along every line, direct our eyes. As we became more proficient at reading, of course we stopped doing that, but we shouldn't have. Eye tracking movements have shown that our eyes move around considerably when we read. These micro movements force our eyes to constantly readjust, thus diminishing our reading speed. By using a pointer, index finger, or a simple pen, we force our eyes to focus only on the words, and it reduces these micro movements. By using a pointer, it also allows us to set the pace. If we move the pointer faster, it forces our eyes to move faster as well. And that, of course, will dramatically increase our reading speed. Technique number 2, start and stop reading 3 words from the beginning and end of a line. If you start reading, you could start reading from the 3rd word to the left of the page and go all the way to the 3rd word to the right of the page. Instead of, by default, we always start reading with the first word and go all the way to the last word. For this technique, you start with the 3rd word to the left and go all the way to the 3rd word to the right. If you use this technique, your peripheral vision will automatically pick up those first 2 and those last 2 words. So say you have a line of 10 words and you apply this technique, you only read 6 out of the 10 words. And of course, that's going to save you 40% effort and time. To do so, it is imperative that you also use technique number 1 along with it, to use a pointer. As without it, our eyes automatically revert back to the first word, then go to the last word on the right. The 3rd technique is to stop vocalizing. Another thing our teachers taught us when we were in elementary school, and probably most of us do right now is to say it in your head or vocalize each word when we read. If we want to become a speed reader, we must stop this. It will slow us down. If we say it in our head or vocalize each word, we only go as fast as the speed we say it in our mind. So we must stop or turn off that little voice and simply scan each word without vocalizing. The magic ingredient to all this is practice. The more you practice, the better you get at it, just like any skill. I highly encourage you to use these 3 techniques whenever you read. Use a pointer, start and stop reading, 3 words from the beginning and end, and also stop vocalizing. Make it a habit, because mastering speed reading is an extraordinary skill. Some say superhuman, and it can help you out the rest of your life. Knowledge is power, and the only question is, how powerful do you want to be? Madam Toastmaster.